हरे कृष्ण ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकये चक्षुरुन्मीलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. So we were discussing yesterday how Mother Devahuti, she is becoming detached. This is our greatest achievement in life, to be from this metal world. See, as long as our mind has material desires, unhappy. A simple formula. If I'm unhappy, that means I have material desires in mind. Material desires in mind, cause of unhappiness. So this is the main cause of all our unhappiness. Now here we see the next locus is Ovidra, thus always meditating upon her son, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Kapiladev. She very soon became unattached to her nicely decorated home. So what is important is this unattachment. This is the most important thing for all of us. This is what happens now, that mind becomes aloof from all these things, unaffected. And we may be in the situation like Yudhishthir Maharaj in the first canto, we saw how he left so easily, and Parikshit Maharaj, how he left. So that means mind, if it is meditating upon Supreme Lord, the Vairagya is actually a byproduct only. It automatically happens. Here is a practical example of how one can elevate oneself in spiritual advancement by Krishna consciousness. Kapildev is Krishna and he appeared as son of Devahuti. After Kapildev left home, Devahuti was absorbed in thoughts of him and thus she was always Krishna conscious. Her constant situation with Krishna consciousness enabled her to become detached from earth and home. Very simple. We need not separately do like Mayavadis. What they do, we just have to do according to this formula. Just focus on Krishna, detachment automatically happens. We may not know only. Sometimes we get wound while in childhood we have this experience, we get hurt. And just after 3 4 days, it becomes dry and it falls off. You get some hurt there and then it becomes normal. It automatically happens 3 4 days. So similarly, our attachments also falls away. We just have to focus on Krishna. Unless we are able to transfer attachment to Supreme Personality, there is no possibility of becoming free from material attachment. So slowly, the heart should feel for Krishna. Oh, my deity. That's why Grihasthas, why deities are very recommended, because it helps them to get that attachment to the Supreme Lord. So slowly some attachment will come to the deities, because you whatever whomever we are serving and we put to give attention, we naturally become attached. So that is an advantage. That's why instead of serving any material boss, material people of this world, it is good that they serve. Of course, we have to serve some material personalities because we want to get our daily maintenance. But otherwise, we should have deities, because that will help us to develop. Because whomever we are serving, our mind get attached. We focus. Best quality food, best quality clothing, best everything for the deities. And because we are investing so much there, our heart also will go there, and we automatically become that. Then we our what happens now? Otherwise, if we don't care for deity so much, we start caring for our own body. We spend all the money in the cosmetic and we'll increase the economy by increasing the cosmetic industries, because this is because of this main reason, that heart is not given to Krishna. So Srimad Bhagavatam therefore confirms that it is not possible for one to become liberated by cultivation of empirical philosophical speculation. It's very dry. Heart won't get satisfied there. And that's what mind, these desires and all these things are because of not unfulfilled, the heart is not satisfied. Ye atma suprasidati. That is actually what is needed. Savai pumsam parodharma ito bhakti radokshide. Simply knowing that one is not matter but spirit, soul, or Brahman does not purify one's intelligence. This won't happen actually. We all know it, but it is not going to work immediately. Even if the person reaches the highest platform of spiritual relation, he falls down again because of not being attached to transcendent. So the devotee adopt the devotional process of hearing. The Prabhupada is very nicely explained. So, and hearing about the Supreme Lord's pastimes, glorifying his activities, and thereby always remembering his beautiful eternal form. By rendering service, becoming his friend or his servant, and offering him everything that one possesses, one is able to enter into the kingdom of God. The process is very simple. दययाति भगवद्रूपं यदाह ध्यानगोचरं सुतः प्रसन्नवदनं संस्थाभ्यष्टा चिन्तया. This is therefore after hearing with great eagerness and in all detail about her son Kapildev, the eternally smiling personality of God, Devoti began to meditate constantly upon Vishnu from the Vishnu form of the Supreme Lord. So here it is explained that Bhakti Pravaha Yogena Vairagyena Baliyasa Yuktanushtana Jatena Jnanena Brahma Hetuna Vishuddhena Tadatmanam Atmanam Vishwato Mukham Swanubha Tiro Bhuta Maya Guna Visheshanam. She did not with serious eager engagement. She did so with serious engagement in devotional service because she was so strong in renunciation. She accepted only the necessities of body. Very nice point. Whatever is necessity. She became situated in knowledge due to realization of absolute. Her heart became purified. She became fully absorbed in meditation upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and all misgivings due to the modes of material nature disappeared. So this is how she progressed. Her mind became completely engaged in the Supreme Lord, and she automatically realized the knowledge of the impersonal Brahman. So this is a normal achievement. What a jnani can achieve, bhakta can also achieve, and it is how it happened. Automatically happened. She did not separately do. ब्रह्मण्य अवस्थित मतिर भगवत आत्म संस्रवे निर्वर्ति जीवित जीवापत्वा क्षीण क्लेशापि निर्वरिता. As a Brahman realized so, she was free from the designation of the materialistic concept of life. So what happens is, if this is actually very important, as long as we have hope in this material world, we cannot progress very seriously in spiritual life. We have to give up that hope actually. So when you get this realization, free from the designation of materialistic conception of life, and all the pangs disappear and she attained transcendental bliss. And that means this detachment is what? Not that she left that place. She is in that same place only. But she lost hope in that. That is very important for us. So what Dehuti lost is the hope in material enjoyment. That is success. So for us also, we may like now we cannot go to forest and stay because it is not our body is not suitable for it now at least. Then what should be happen? We should lose hope in that enjoyment. Then spiritual success is very easy, at least because we are positively doing also something. As long as we have hope, na, that okay, some things may work in future, some things may work in future. Actually, nothing will work in future also. Now things are not good for me. Maybe in future things may improve and I may be enjoying in a better way. No, that is actually false. That is cheating. And that's why Krishna is telling Adyantavantu Kaunteya Nateshu Ramate Buddha. An intelligent person do not enjoy this. That means he knows that this passion cannot give me happiness. A problem is na, we may feel that mode of goodness will give me happiness. That is why people, why they are going to Kumbh Mela? Crores of people are going to Kumbh Mela. Why? They all have hope that they can enjoy in this metal world. They are only thinking that okay, if I go to Kumbh Mela, take bath, free from my karma, I'll enjoy. They are not as a spiritualist. They are hopeful in this metal world. That's why they are going to Kumbh Mela to enjoy, so that they will be freed from this karma and then something good will happen. Our purpose is, yeah, rather than my lecture, Maya will not leave until you fully surrender. Yes. Now, these people, na, Kumbh Mela is why, see, people try different means to get rid of karma. Everybody knows that I am unhappy. I need to do some arrangement to become happy. Otherwise, why people go to temple? The point we are sitting in this class and we go to temple is that we could not make it. We want to be happy in this world, but somehow it does not work. So then what we do? We take alternatives. So some people go to temple regularly, and some people they go to doctors, they go to astrologers, they go to all these yoga, pranayama. So many means people are trying for only one thing, so that they can be happy in this material world. They want to reduce their suffering and increase their pleasure. And this Kumbh Mela is also one of the same product. They want to reduce their bad karmas by taking bath there. But unfortunately, what happens? They continue doing bad activities even after coming back. They will be free from karma, but they continue doing again karma because the tendency does not go. But basically, it is mode of goodness only. It is not transcend. Even this big akhadas, big yogis, swamis, all coming and taking bath. Some may be spiritualist, but not all. They are just at the level of goodness only, unfortunately. And 90% of the people have hope in this material world that they will be happy. That's why they go there. But we, instead of spending money to go to taking bath there, we can spend our money, go to Mayapur, Vrindavan, and do. And if you really want to get rid of karma, we can go to uh, Vrindavan, and Pavan Sarovar is there in Nandagaon. You take bath there. Because after so many people bathing, now Prayagraj will go to Nandagaon to take bath in Pavan Sarovar, because even Prayagraj also is afraid. So many crores of people came. Now he need an alternate to get rid of all these things. So he goes to Pavan Sarovar. We can also go to Pavan Sarovar and we can take bath there. So not a problem. So the point is, uh, we have hope. We have hope in money also to be happy in this material world. But that is the greatest obstacle. Nothing actually can make us happy in this material world. So here, what happened is she could come out of this materialistic conception of life. So there is, it gives for some extent the money. Only depends how they are using spiritually or materially. Yeah, money gives some hope. Money is needed, but it is not going to make us satisfied in heart. So that is the main point to understand. It is needed to give some comforts, but not satisfaction of heart. That is not there. And we need some stability. So money helps in to be stable for some time. It is we have three levels of existence, right? Physical stability can be possible by money. Say I can stay at one place because I have money. I can have my house. I can have my food. That level we can have. But mental stability also to some extent it is possible with money, but after some time mind will start running here there. That's why rich people, they don't stay, no, they also want to go to hotels, they want to travel, because mind is not satisfied after some time. Yeah, so that is always there. Now we'll take this one nice aspect. The previous verse stated that Devhuti was already conversant with absolute truth. It may be questioned why she was meditating. The explanation is that when one theoretically discusses the absolute truth, he becomes situated in impersonal concept of absolute truth. So this is actually the difference. We just don't theoretically meditate. Silent meditation is not our process. We perform action. Similarly, when one seriously discusses subject matter of form, qualities, pastime, and interest of supreme birth, he becomes situated in meditation on him. If one has complete knowledge of the Supreme Lord, then knowledge of the impersonal Brahma is automatically realized. Same thing with Paramatma realization also automatically comes for a devotee. No need of any separate. And then he acts, if we have Brahman realization is what? We are free from material designation. That means false ego, no false ego. That is such a great happiness. No false ego is such a such a high level of happiness we can experience. That's why people want to get liberated. Liberation is what? No false ego. So they will be happily situated in Brahman. Devotee being in this material world can experience the Brahman happiness because he gives up his false ego, identifies himself as a servant of Krishna. So that's why, and not only that, they experience. That's why the Kaivalyam Naraka, for them it is so insignificant, this type of pleasure, because they already have achieved it. They are getting something more only. The absolute truth is realized by knowing, nor according to the three different angles of vision: impersonal Brahman, localized Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So Bhagavad Gita says Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. This means that unless one is free from material entanglement and is situated in Brahman, there is no question of entering into understanding of devotional service or engaging in Krishna consciousness. See, what is holding us to this body, mind, and soul is false ego only. If false ego is removed, then no connection with the body and mind. We are free. But now what we are doing, we have this body and mind. Now instead of getting connected to it, we are utilizing it properly as servant of Krishna. So that type of connection is not a problem. So when one engages in devotional service to Krishna is understood to be already realized Brahman concept of life, because transcendental knowledge of Supreme Personality of Godhead includes knowledge of Brahman. So we already have the understanding. Brahmanohi pratishtaham. And then another significant point, so this is very nice thing of this verse is that one has to observe the prescribed rules and regulations as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, Yuktahar Viharasya. When one engages in devotional service in Krishna consciousness, he still have to eat, sleep, defend and mate, because these are necessities of body. But he performs such activities in a regulated way. He has to eat Krishna Prasad only. So this is very, very important. If we want to come to goodness, just be regulated. He has to sleep according to regulative principles. The principle is to reduce the duration of sleep and reduce eating, taking only what is needed to keep the body fit. So both we should reduce. If we eat more, we'll sleep more. So you reduce eating, then sleeping also reduces. Like if I eat so heavy in the night, morning while chanting, I'll sleep. So that means better is reduce eating. In short, the goal in spiritual advancement, not sense gratification. Similarly, sex life must be reduced. Sex life is meant only for begetting Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, there will no necessity of sex life. Nothing is prohibited, but everything is made yukta, regulated, with a higher purpose in mind. This is very important point. We are not losing anything. We are actually gaining because we have something higher to gain. Array, why you people are so much no focusing on living up some things? Because we want something else. That's the reason. By following these rules and regulations of living, one becomes purified and all misconceptions due to ignorance becomes nil. It is specifically mentioned here that the cause of metal entanglement are completely vanquished. The Sanskrit statement, Anartha Nivritti, indicates that the body is unwanted. We are spirit soul and we are never any need of any material body. This material body is actually punishment. It is a very embarrassment. Like say if we are sent to moon, then you are astronaut, then we get astronaut bodies, huge, big. You might have seen the body, the dress of an astronaut. Now a astronaut is staying in the moon with that dress for 6 months. Then he starts identifying himself with the dress only, and he is living with that, and it's so uncomfortable dress, right? You cannot move very comfortably with that dress. Now, same is actually for us also. We are very alien to matter, but we are given a body of a matter. And now we are trying to move the soul in this with this help of this body, and that's why it is so much restricted. It's an embarrassment situation for us. But because we want to enjoy material body, we have this body. Though the material energy under the direction of Supreme Personality of God. So now we are also getting this. We may feel very comfortable only. I am able to do everything, but soul can do more than that. It is more powerful than the all matter put together because it is spirit and matter is dead. That means it is not having consciousness. So we are more powerful. That's why Prabhupada, one old person, he could do so much. Why? Because the soul is powerful like that. As soon as we re-establish in our original position of servitorship supreme, we began to forget the necessities of body, and at last we forget the body only. Wow. So such a nice thing that will happen to us. When we become servants of Lord, we we forget about the necessities of body and then forget. Sometimes in dream, we get a particular type of body with which we work in the dream. I may dream that I am flying in the sky or that I have gone into the forest or some unknown place. But as soon as I am awake, I forget all these bodies. Similarly, when one is Krishna conscious, fully devoted, he forgets all his changes of body. We are always changing bodies, beginning at birth from the womb of our mother. But when we are awakened to Krishna conscious, we forget all these bodies. The bodily necessities become secondary, for the prime necessity is the engagement of soul in real spiritual life. The more we are awakened, more we accept reality and more we come out of illusion. That is the advantage. The activities of devotional service and full Krishna conscious are cause of all our being uh, situated in the concept of personality of God. So, so one becomes fully situated. So this is actually what should happen for us. Bijam mam sarvabhutanam. I am the seed of all living entities, Krishna says. And Devavati is fully instructed by her son Kapaladev on how to concentrate her mind on Vishnu form in full detail. Following the instruction of her son in the matter of devotional, she contemplated the form of Lord within herself with great devotional love. That is the perfection of Brahman realization mystic yoga system. So at the ultimate issue, when one is fully absorbed in the thought of Supreme Lord and meditate on Him constantly, that is the highest perfection. This is what we all have to achieve. Observed fully in such a way is to be considered the topmost yogi, yoginam api sarvesha. And then other processes like jnana, dhyana, or bhakti is to the real purpose of all the processes, purposes, jnana, dhyana, bhakti, at the point of devotional service, they have to come to devotional service. If one endeavors simply to achieve knowledge of absolute, super soul, but no devotion, he labors without gaining any result. Klesho adhikatarastesha. So, and Devati was expert in accepting the real substance. She contemplated the form of Vishnu in detail as advised by her smiling son Kapiladeva. writes. And then she attained perfection. Situated in the eternal trance and free from illusion, impelled by modes of material nature, forgot her material body just as one forgets his different bodies in a dream. So this is actually what happened to Devahuti. A great Vaishnava said, that he who has no remembrance of his body is not born to material existence. As long as we are conscious of our bodily existence, it is to be understood that we are living conditionally under the three modes of mental nature. Wow, very nice point. If you don't remember your body and constantly thinking of Krishna and serving him, not remembering a body, then we are already out of we are liberated. But we are conscious of our bodily existence. It is to be understood that we are living conditionally under three modes. When one forgets his bodily existence, his conditional material life is over. This forgetfulness is actually possible when we engage our senses in transcendental loving service of Lord. So we all have this opportunity to 24 by 7 in service of Lord, forget our body, we are liberated. In the conditional stage, one engages in senses as a member of family or the member of society or country. But when forget all such membership in material circumstances and realize that he is an eternal servant of Supreme Lord, that is actual forgetfulness of material existence. So this forgetfulness actually occurs when one renders service unto the Lord. A devotee no longer works with the body for sense gratification with family, society, country, humanity. He simply works for the Supreme Personality of God, Krishna. That is perfect Krishna consciousness. And then last para for today, a devotee always merges in transcendental happiness and therefore he has no experience of material distress. This transcendental happiness is called bliss. According to the opinion of devotees, constant remembrance of Supreme Lord is called samadhi or trance. If one is constantly in trance, there is no possibility of his being attacked or even touched by modes of mental nature. As soon as one is free from the contamination of three modes of mental nature, he no longer takes birth to transmigrate from one body to another. So here, very nice systematically explained how it's a very practical thing. Whole day, just get absorbed in Krishna. Do some service connected to Krishna. Morning, anyway, we are chanting, and then we have Bhagavatam. And then daytime also, even we are working with other things. Slowly, we should reduce at some point of time in life and get fully absorbed in Krishna. There should be some time of retirement. We cannot just keep on working after 60 also. It is not advisable. We'll waste our time, waste valuable human form of life. So after 60, just finish everything we have to wind up. Just focus on Krishna, whole day reading, hearing, chanting, and we have nice opportunity. Morning we have classes, afternoon we have classes, evening we have classes, and daytime we can do our own personal sadhana. In that way, we are safe. So thank you very much. Any questions, comments? Okay. Hare Krishna. We'll end here. Current